Welcome back, Focus Learners. Today we're diving into an explainer that tackles a totally relatable modern nightmare, your computer dying right before a massive assignment is due. And we're going to use this scenario to rapidly build up your Chinese reading comprehension. Our specific focus today is heavily on character recognition, or Hanzi. We're taking a story-driven approach to really make these characters stick in your mind permanently. So get ready to glue your eyes to the screen, and let's decode this together.
Here is our game plan for today. First, we'll dive right into the broken computer story. Then, we'll break down the essential vocabulary, jump into 2 grammar focuses using le and making phone calls, and finally, we'll revisit the story to pull it all together.
Section 1. The broken computer story. As I read this, just let the flow wash over you and really lock your eyes onto the massive Hanzi characters.
电脑坏了吗？昨天晚上我在家，我在用电脑写作业。
So this literally translates to, is the computer broken? Last night, I was at home. I was using the computer to write homework. We've all been there, right? We're setting up a super familiar context here, that classic late-night homework grind.
突然电脑不动了，我的作业在电脑里，明天要交作业。Suddenly the computer stopped moving. My homework is inside the computer. Tomorrow I need to hand in the homework. You can literally feel the absolute panic setting in here. The central conflict is totally established. The machine is completely frozen, and the critical homework is trapped inside.
我给朋友打电话，朋友说，别怕，我来。I give my friend a phone call. My friend says, don't be afraid, I'm coming. What an absolute relief, right? The hero of our story steps in to save the day. Definitely notice the visual structure of the characters inside those quote marks.
朋友很快就到了，他看了看电脑，然后笑了。他说，电脑没坏，是电的问题。The friend arrived very quickly. He took a look at the computer and then laughed. He said, the computer isn't broken, it's an electricity problem. And here comes our twist. The friend arrives, just laughs at the situation, and instantly diagnoses the real problem.
我看了看，真的，电脑的线没有插好。我说对不起，谢谢你。朋友说没关系。I took a look. Really? The computer's cable was not plugged in properly. I said, sorry, thank you. The friend said, no problem. Ah, the sheer embarrassment, but honestly, also the immense gratitude upon realizing your computer isn't totally fried, it literally just wasn't plugged into the wall.
那天晚上，我慢慢地写完了作业. That night, I slowly finished writing my homework. The crisis is totally averted, and the homework is finally done.
Moving right along. Section 2. Essential vocabulary breakdown. Recognizing these 5 core characters absolutely unlocks this entire narrative. First up, look at dian, which is computer, but if we translate it literally, it means electric brain, which is kind of amazing. Next is huai, meaning broken or bad. Then zuoye, meaning homework. Fourth is turan, meaning suddenly, the real catalyst for our panic. And finally, pengyo, meaning friend. Try to really lock these visual shapes into your memory.
All right, Section 3, Grammar Focus, specifically using le for a change of state.
So, defining le is super important. Now, a lot of times it feels exactly like a past tense marker to us English speakers, but it's actually way more dynamic than that. It is a grammatical particle that indicates a completed action or a total change of state. Essentially, it tells us that an action is fully wrapped up, or that a brand new situation has just kicked in. Let's actually see this change of state in action. Check out the left side. 电脑不动. The computer is not moving. That's just a general statement. But when we tack on our particle on the right, 电脑不动了, the computer stopped moving. That little le marks the dramatic, terrifying shift to a frozen screen.
Let's look at a second example right out of our story to really cement this. On the left, 朋友很快就到, meaning friend arrives quickly. Over on the right, we append le to get 朋友很快就到了, friend arrived quickly. See how le functions to completely lock in the completion of that action? The friend's journey to the house is officially over.
Section 4. Grammar focus on making calls and sentence structure. 给打电话, which means to make a phone call to someone. But to truly grasp this, we need to break down the literal meaning so you understand the underlying logic rather than just blindly memorizing words. 给 means to give, 打 means to hit or strike, and 电话 is telephone. So literally translated, you're saying, give someone hit telephone. Pretty wild, right?
The real game changer here is the prepositional phrase order. In English, we use subject, verb, object. I call my friend. Simple. But look at the Chinese structure on the right. 我给朋友打电话. Literally, I, to my friend, make a call. The target of your action actually comes before the action verb itself. That is an absolutely crucial difference to remember.
Finally, Section 5, the story revisited. This is our integration phase.
Let's quickly walk through our main plot points step by step, but now we're using our new grammar secret codes. Step 1, 写作业, doing homework. Step 2, 电脑坏了, the computer broke. Notice how we clearly see our了right in there, indicating that terrible change of state. Step 3, 给朋友打电话, called a friend. Our prepositional phrase order perfectly explains the structure here. And step 4, 没插好, the cable was simply not plugged in well.
To completely wrap up this explainer, I want to test your active recall. Using the Hanzi and the structural rules we just broke down, how would you write, my friend's computer broke, so I called him? Remember your hints. You absolutely need love for that change of state, and 게 다電話with the correct word order. I'm going to leave you to ponder that translation puzzle. Thanks so much for joining me. Keep practicing those characters, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.